Pay attention, you bastards.
What up, y'all? Welcome back. So it's your boy Andre, man. So if you have not heard, Rod Wave is being sued for $26 million for not finishing his tour dates. I want y'all to understand, Rod Wave is being sued for $26 million for not finishing his tour dates. Nigga said, I'm tired. Nigga, I'm tired. Nigga was like, I'm tired. And I get it. You going hard every day. You like, bro, I need some rest. But at the same time, if you committed to something, I guess you gotta finish that. You gotta finish that, man. So I think it's an unfortunate situation, man. I'm a huge fan of Rod Wave. You know what I'm saying? Ever since he came out, I rock with the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Rod Wave is one of them cats. You could put the shit on if you with a nice little lady. You could put it on. You know what I'm saying? If you just vibing and you just, you know, on thinking about some hustling shit and thinking about just how to get to a bag, you could put Rod Wave on, man. So I've been a huge fan of Rod Wave, man, and it's unfortunate. But I do want to know how y'all feel about this. You know what I'm saying? You think that if you're on a tour and you don't finish the whole tour, do you think that you should be sued? Or do you think like, yo, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't finish the whole thing. I can make it up on the back end. You know what I'm saying? I think that mental health, you know what I'm saying, is a real thing. And I think that in this specific case, I feel like it was a mental health thing. I feel like it was like, bro, like, you never know what artists are going through. You never know what people are going through. You know what I'm saying? When you on the road every day, when you on tour, a lot of these artists be on tour and it's like you're not sleeping. You're up to 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning just to not sleep and get back on track the next day, which is really the same day. If you go to sleep at 3, 4 in the morning and you starting again at 6, 7 in the morning, it'll mess your body up for real. It'll mess your body up for real. If you're going hard and you're like, yo, like, I'm going hard every single day. I'm going hard to 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, and I gotta get right back up at 6, 7 in the morning. It'll mess your body up. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, it's not too many people that can really do them type of hours. You know what I'm saying? With no rest. So, I hope that he's okay. I hope that mentally he's good, because I think that, again, mental health is everything, man. Like when you on that road and you're trying to get to the money and you're trying to, you're an artist, you're trying to put on show after show after show. Sometimes people don't understand, like, bro, like, I'm tired, man. Like, I'm exhausted. You know what I'm saying? I think that, he just has to make that up. If it's, hey, well, I didn't finish. I believe it was less than 10 dates, I believe. You know what I'm saying? I think that, they should give him an opportunity to finish it up, or, get him back on the back end. I hope that they give him the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But to be sued for 26 million, you know what I'm saying, is heavy. You know what I mean? Like, I think that, again, man, you could be going through anything in life. And I feel like that's the one thing as business owners and as business people we don't look at, right? We look at like, man, like, I paid you for this, or, you getting paid for X, perform. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these corporations, that's how they look at it. Perform, do your thing. I'm paying you for this. You should be able to deliver regardless of what you're going through. And I feel like that's how it is sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, sometimes corporations got to look at the human and say, hey, listen, man, like, I'll work with you, but just as much as he got to understand, like, yo, you can't commit to something and not deliver, because again, it is a business and people could be losing money that they put up. You know what I'm saying? So I understand it, but at the same time, it has to be a give and take. It has to be a middle ground that they can meet at to say, you know what? You know what I mean? We could get through this. You know what I'm saying? So, man, shout out Rod Wave, man. Shout out Rod Wave. I'm hoping and I'm praying that dude is okay. He seemed like a really solid dude. I never had a chance to meet Rod Wave, but I feel like he seemed like a super solid cat. Seemed like a cat that's about his business, that's trying to put his family in the best position possible. So I hope that mentally he's right. But mental health, like I said, is a real thing. People go through so much shit in life, and we just keep going and keep going. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we don't stop. We just like, man, I gotta get to the goal. I know I find myself doing that. Where I'm like, I gotta get to the goal. I gotta accomplish this. I gotta, you know, accomplish what I set for myself. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you gotta take time to yourself and get your mental right. Sometimes you gotta take time to yourself and say, hey, listen, I'm gonna make sure my mental is right. I'm gonna get the proper help that I need. I'm gonna get the proper, relaxation that I need. Whatever that looks like. Taking care of yourself is everything, because you can't do nothing if you're not taking care of yourself. You can't accomplish nothing if you're not really taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, taking care of your soul. I think that's important. So again, man, I'm hoping that Rod Wave is good, and I'm hoping that he could bounce back from this shit. You know what I'm saying? So shout out Rod Wave, man. I'm hoping that things get better, and I'm hoping that he can get past this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So man, shout out to him. You know what I mean? So again, man, as always, I appreciate the love and support. I appreciate the love and support. Appreciate y'all watching. I'm gonna catch you on the next one.